Well, our conversation started this morning is all about the weather because we know you have a lot of questions, and so we're here for you. We're going to get them answered for you all morning long.
Okay, grab the phone, text 501-376-1111. Be sure to include your name and the town you're from so we can give you a shout out. We already got one coming in. Okay, Scott, here's a question for you. What is the difference between sleet and freezing rain? I could have asked this.
Yeah, it's a great question. It's a very relevant question. I'm going to walk over to the chroma wall and I'm going to help you understand the difference there. It really has to do with a warm nose of air. That's the technical term, a warm nose of air. Here's the key. To get all snow, from the ground upward, you have to have temperatures that are below freezing. I know it's easy to see maps and think in terms of 2D, but you have to think in terms of a 3D column of air from the clouds to the surface. When we have freezing rain, the rain falls as just that, rain, and then it encounters a very shallow layer of very cold air right at the surface and then starts to freeze on everything. That's what we're going to see. So when you look out your window, it's going to look like rain. It's not going to look dangerous at all. Oh, just rain. But once it hits that cold air at the surface, it will begin to freeze. Sleet, slightly different. It falls initially as rain, but that layer, that depth of the cold air is a little bit bigger, which means it has just enough time to freeze into ice pellets at the surface. That's sleet. Now, in terms of the difference between the two, roads are bad either way. Power outages more likely with freezing rain because the rain falls on those lines and then freezes, adding a lot of weight to the lines, whereas sleet's not necessarily going to stick to power lines and create issues and additional loads on those. And then, of course, snow is when you have freezing temperatures all the way from the bottom of the cloud to the surface of the ground. Good question.
All right, here's another one too. James from Atkins says, will I be okay going out first thing in the morning?
Oh, James, good morning to folks in Pope County. The answer is no, absolutely not. We're going to see the transition to midnight, 2, 3 a.m. in parts of the area, and it's going to continue going into probably the better majority of the afternoon. I will show you a timing graphic that kind of highlights the differences in timing with regard to geographical location. Of course, folks in Atkins, in Russellville, Pope County are a little bit different of a timeline than folks in Monticello. Notice this, the Little Rock Metro will see rain 10, 11 o'clock tonight, converting over after midnight. Russellville, to James's question, there in Atkins, Pope County, that general area, you'll probably see that conversion a little sooner. The reason why is you're going to see that sub-freezing air at the surface sooner than everyone else. And that continues through tomorrow morning. So James, I'm sorry, it's going to be really tough, and I just can't advise you to be out and about tomorrow morning.
All right, well, there you have it. It's going to be a busy day all day tomorrow and throughout the weekend with crews out and everything. So just stay safe, everyone. If you can stay inside, that's what RDOT is saying. Yep. Just stay inside if you can. Keep the questions coming, though. Text 501-376-1111, and we'll get to as many as we can through 7 a.m.